Mic check here. We're good to go. Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. We are back, ready for some action here. Championship Series Part 2. Ooh, we gotta turn that down, a little reverb here. Hey, we got John Weeks, we got Vibes. It's actually funny, Vibes. Your name is so cool to have in the chat because it's when I say we got vibes, it just means we got good vibes. And you, of course. But I say we got John Weeks, we got Vibes. Johnny Weeks bringing the vibes, that's all. All right, so guys, for those of you that might have missed the stream on Monday, here's what we got going on. We got vibes. Here's what we got going on. So we got a 3-0 series in Vegas and Pittsburgh on the left side on the AL. Atlanta, San Diego 2-1. Now my hope is that tonight we're gonna finish the championship series. I would hope. That might not be possible if we have a bunch of games still to figure out there on the AL side, especially. Like, we got 1 game minimum left to go. 7 games still could happen, maximum. Odds likely not going to happen. Vegas is just that good, but we'll play it out. We'll see what's going to happen here. So the NL is probably going to take a little bit more time. My hope is that San Diego will win this one, and then we'll have a 2-2 tie, and then we'll break the tie via sim, and then we'll get maybe one last game played. We'll get a champion there on the NL side. So at most, we might get 3 games. That's my hope, is that we get 3 games. If we don't, well, we're going to have to push it to Monday or something, you know. I would not like to push it till Friday, but I might have to do that, just considering all the progress that's being made on GGBL 26, which has been very slow, but there has been progress made. So yeah, we'll see what happens here, but let's get into it. I want to check out the energy levels for our pitchers here. Of course, this is a big game. I think they could probably get away with, yeah, they're going to have to. Looks like you got Madison, you've got Quiros, Gatsby. Grimm could possibly go, but I think you've got to, yeah, you got to go with Knapp and just trust it. Now, on the other side, if you can see that, looks like Strizak is about 75%. Trig Matthews about the same. That'd probably be a 1-2 punch for Atlanta that I would want when the series gets a little tighter. I mean, it's tight right now. I mean, it's 2-1, but they've still got the upper hand, so you don't really need to force it at this point. So let's go ahead and get this one underway. We got Fernando Guerra, Levi Knapp, and for Guerra, we don't know much about Mr. Guerra, so let's see what we got here with Guerra. Well, he went 11-4, had a good ERA. 3.19, 1.24. Did not have a single quality start. Okay, that's interesting, actually. No, okay, so no game started. That's why. So he was primarily used as a bulk reliever. In fact, he's never... whoa, we got a storyline here. He's never started. What about Zuniga? Nope, no starts. That's interesting, isn't it? Fernando Guerra never has started a GGBL game in his career. And now he's getting the call here in this one. Down up 2 games to 1 against this tough lineup here in San Diego. So let's get it underway. We will do quick counts. And let's have some fun tonight. Here we go. Here we go. John Weeks, are these best of 7? World Series and Championship Series are all best of 7s. This is the one thing that I've argued for in real Major League Baseball. What I would love to see happen. it's never going to happen because there's money involved, there's records involved, right? I would love to have a shortened season, a regular season, instead of like 162 games. Like knock it down to 140, right? Knock it down to 140, and then that means that you could get more games in the playoffs, which I think that's the way it should be. You know, kind of the old school take would have been, well, you play the regular season so you can separate yourself, you can distance yourself, you can see how good that you really are. It's like, huh? What? No? That's what the playoffs are for. We want to see how good you really are against the cream of the crop, the best teams. So wouldn't it make sense to want to figure out how good you are against the best of the best? That's the true test. So we need to cut back on the games in the regular season and get more games in the playoffs. I think if you could get like a wild card game, a wild card series up to 5 games, best of 5. So that would replace the current best of 3, and then it's more treated like a divisional round, best of 5. So the wild card would be best of 5, and then you get divisional, championship, and World Series all out of 7. I think that's how you could solve the issue there. Anyway, that's just me on my soapbox. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. What do I know? I'm just a baseball player. What do I know? Well, update on my fantasy team, guys. Because I know everybody's, chomping at the bit to figure it out. Steal! That hit him. He's got first. Everyone that I needed to go off today was on my bench. And I lost. I was tied all day until just now. Drake Baldwin got a run scored. The Braves are beating Cleveland 13-1. So yeah, 7-6 loss. Unless somehow there's a stat correction and I get a run added in somewhere. But, yeah, man. Wasn't it like when I talked to you guys, wasn't it like 8-5? So I pulled it within a tie, and now I'm lost by a category. So my season so far has gone 9-4, just filling the team out in week 1, 6-6 week 2, and now 6-7 in week number 3. So that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, but it's only week 3 of the season. We will keep on fighting. How's your guys' weekend? Oh, we got a big drive right there. Uh-oh, that could be trouble. Oh. Close, but no cigar.
The third baseman, Hayden Berger.
John said, good. I went to my second prom this year. Second prom? Wait, you mean like you've had 2 proms this school year? Or you've had, this is your second in your life, but the second coming this year? It was all right. Thanks for asking, John. It was all right. We had a wedding on Saturday. And then today, we had church in the morning, and then came home, hung out for a little bit. Had the kids watch Zootopia 2. which they thought was hilarious, so that was good. And then had a hockey game that we lost, unfortunately. It was playoffs. We lost. 3-2 final score. We lost. And it was, so it's a round robin, like double elimination type deal. So it was kind of bad timing because we played one playoff game, then we took a break for some random reason. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why we had a break. We play every week on a Sunday, so we played one playoff game, lost, had a week off. No, wait. It was end of the regular season. End of the regular season. Week off. Playoff game. Lost. Easter. Didn't play. So we had another week off after the loss. And then now we played tonight and we lost again. So our season's done. Hockey is tough because you just can't have time off. You can't afford to have time off. You got to keep skating. You got to keep having the endurance. Like, you got to be able to have the connection, the camaraderie with your teammates. I got motion. I went to my school in a different school, second in my life in second school. Okay. He's got motion. That's what they call motion. That's fine. So let me get this straight, John. So if it was at two different schools, it couldn't have been the same girl, right? Or was it the same girl? She goes to a different school. So you had her come to yours, and then you came to hers. No, not the same. Okay, well then, yeah, I guess you got some motion. I guess you got some motion. You watched the Masters? No, I didn't. Uh-oh. Almost died.
The first baseman, Cornelius K.
Whoa. I almost died just like that baseball. Holy crap. Dang, dude. Something down the wrong pipe. Holy crap. Haven't had that many scares before, but that one was not good. And to do it on stream, that's a whole other thing. How about Cornelius Kane, by the way? Let's not take anything away from this bomb. Good lord, dude. 431. If you guys watched the last stream, he counted for all of San Diego's runs. What was it? They scored 4 runs, right? He had the 2 solo home runs, so he scored 2 runs. Drove it himself twice. 2 solo home runs. And then he came up big for 2 RBI. Double. A single? Double? Either way. Yeah. Man. San Diego's firing on all cylinders here. They got another base hit. Could be a double. Strong throw coming in. Yeah, Sturridge is in there. Ooh, hey. KJ Switch, what's up? Jeffer, season 10 already. Yeah, man. It's been flying. I've had the same cough all week. Dude, I don't know what is it? Is it something going around or is it allergies?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's weird. It's weird. Like I don't feel sick. I don't feel feel congested like, you know, a normal like sickness would make you feel. But it's like I don't know. I can barely breathe in my nose. I can barely breathe. Can't get anything out. I think it's allergies. Head cold for KJ. Yeah, it sucks, man. I hope you can get over it. Oh my goodness, look at this. Angelo Spoon. To the wall. Little Ribby. Wow, Ribby. Yep, so is this game 1? Yep, okay, so it says Vibes is helping you out there, Jeffer. So, yeah, this is the most allergies I've had spring allergy for. Dude, man, it's crazy. And my dog, he has the same issues too. Fall and spring. Feel bad for the little guy. He's so literally every spring and fall. But once the summer hits, he's fine. Let's see if we got to play at the plate. Oh no, probably a good call here. You don't want to ruin the inning. Runners onto corners. So remember what I said, Fernando Guerra, this pitcher here, he had 11-4 record as a reliever, and he's been used as a reliever for his entire career. So he's never made a start, but he's in the rotation right now. So this is his first ever GGBL start, and it's not going too hot, is it?
3 balls, 1 strike.
Gold, I'm barely breathing. I'm trying, I haven't saved me. Save me. I'm done in one last breath, and then you say it. I'm 6 feet from the end of the game. Maybe 6 feet. Dude. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that you guys at your age, you know Creed. You know Creed. Creed was when I was in middle school, okay? Creed, Nickelback, you know, all that stuff. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, all those guys. But it's funny because I probably talk about those bands and those artists like my parents would have talked about the Bee Gees or something. Or Michael Jackson. About to get monetized with that voice. Oh my god, we listen to Creed while looking out of high school. I mean, why not, dude? Like, it gets Creed gets so so pooped on, and it's like, it's not that bad. Come on. I think they have like the Nickelback effect, I think, where, you know, it gets played so much that people just got really annoyed with them. And that became the meme. Unless I don't understand it, because you know, I'm coming at it from a different angle. Like, when I hear those songs, I think it takes me back to middle school days, early high school days. Jeffrey, do you plan on going to... Yes, I do. Yep. I'm currently in the process of getting to 26. So I should actually post a video talking about that instead of, you know, just so all of you guys know, instead of, you know, saying it at random spots in these live streams, because I feel like that, and I'm not coming down on you or anything, I'm just saying, that question's popped up a lot lately. And it's, you know, it's a rightful question. Like, you know, hey man, new game's out. What are you doing? So, but yeah, yep. I've mentioned it a couple times here on these streams, but you know, if you're live for 3 hours, I don't expect everybody to know where that stuff's at. But yeah, so the plan to, for those of you guys that don't know, but going to 26, I think it's going to be really fun. Like, I've still got a little, you know, some concerns about some of the trade logic and things like that, but for the most part, especially on my main channel, on the Twins franchise that I'm doing over there, I don't see a lot of issues right now, even with the trade slider up 1 tick. I go all the way to the left and just go up 1 tick. So it's still mostly on the left-hand side, but yeah, you still get some trades, but they're not as like crazy. So I don't know. I don't find a problem with franchise mode this year as much as other people do. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to go to 26. The good thing about 26 is that we won't be having complete custom rosters like this one. Like, that's not going to take a ton of time to get off the ground. I think, man, what is going on in my throat? Hold on. Sorry, guys. It's just got like a... Just got like a little tickle, man. A little tickle in the throat. That's what she said. Oh my God. Home run? Maybe? Yes, sir. Sturridge. Going deep. Hold up. Whoa, you guys are saying a bunch here. Hold up. Comments. Oh, that'd be peak. Feel like 26 is a good time to change with them. Yep, exactly. Yep. I live in super redneck country, Alabama town, 500 people in it. We listen to Pearl Jam, Creed, Nickelback, Incubus, Alice in Chains. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, now you're speaking my language. Jeffrey, did you still get 25 and 24? Yeah. Yep. So I did a bunch of series on 25 and 24. What did I do in 24? I think I did the Angels in 24. Did the Rockies in 25, which is, I got one more big video for the Rockies coming out this week, and that'll be the finale of that series. And then yeah, and then 26 I've got Twins going on right now. What's the main channel? Let me link it for you. I will link it for you, sir. Thank you for the interest. I appreciate that. I feel like it's actually kind of funny because I feel like some people don't know that on this channel they think this is all that I do. So it's kind of nice to toss this out here. Boop. There you go. That's the main channel. You could just search Goldglover 9. Goldglover 9. That's actually me right there. That's the channel right there. Is that user that just messaged? Which is weird because I don't see me in there. I'm just gonna do this. Even though that's the user. That's what it is, yeah. 31K, yes sir. Yep. But, you know, recent videos haven't done too well because it's a long story. It's a long story. Twins franchise, I'm a Guardians fan. I don't know if I could support. Yeah, well, once the summer starts to hit, I plan on, like, once the Twins franchise kind of starts getting to a point where I think we can kind of sunset it, because we are kind of moving pretty quick through it. I'm going to start doing more, like, one-off, like, one video rebuild type deals, and Guardians are definitely up on my list. But Guardians, Cardinals, well, I mean, the Rockies one, we just did it in 25, so I don't really, I think that's just a natural thing, probably going to do it anyway, but, oh, we got a bobble, uh-oh. Stay on the bag, stay on the bag. But you might not like to hear this, Jeffer. I am from Michigan, so go blue. Tigers. Michigan. Uh-oh. Hence the colors. Hence the colors of the main channel's logo. He said, hell no. Hell no. Oh, OSU on top.
Nope, outside.
I will say something, though. I will tell you. I went to school there, so I've got a lot of money invested in there. But, man, this state kind of sucks. Michigan kind of sucks. Jeremiah Smith owns Michigan. I know. It's wide receiver U out there. For a long time, I was always like, you know, no, it's LSU. LSU's wide receiver U. But recently, I mean, even back to like the Olave days, you know, like you gotta give Ohio State their due. Not even Olave, like you could even go back. Oh, they're going home. Oh, what a play! Dudes, I have never seen that. I've never seen the CPU do that. Oh my God. They went 4, go 1, and they turned it. Oh my God. What a play. What a play. I mean, that is a heads-up play. I don't think you're going to get Woodson. He's a fast-running catcher. I don't think you're going to get Woodson. Like, you would have thought that maybe the shortstop would have been at the bag at second. And then they would have, like, you know, toss and then throw to first, like, just to do that double play. But that's crazy. That is crazy. Who's out there? We gotta figure that out, don't we? Hold up. Second base. Jackson Breachin. Dude, what a play. I've never seen the CPU do that. That's why I'm so on edge right now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. I don't have my voice anymore. I had it earlier. Michigan is mid. Move to I will say, Michigan has awesome summers. Awesome summers. The lakes, everything to do, the beach, like it's just good. It's just good. I will never trade a Michigan summer for anything. Don't really have a lot of weather issues to deal with, other than snow. But, dude, like, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I would much rather take the... Does Ohio have sales tax? Or income tax? Or whatever? $0.06. Okay, 6 cents an hour. Same for Michigan. Vibe says I love Traverse City. Yes, Traverse City is sweet. When have you been up there, Vibes? Are you in Michigan?
2 balls, 1 strike.
I guess I never figured that out. I always just assumed, like, what Jeff did. I just assumed that you're from Cleveland because Vibes Cleveland. Send me up in coincidence. Man, oh man. Then we for sure would have just been a mitten. For sure. We don't have our top. I don't even know. But dude, yeah, there's nothing up there. There's nothing up there. Just trees and wood, man. Trees and wood. John says, I thought Auburn Bama beef was bad. This is funny. Dude, when they say that Michigan, and I'm keeping it light. I'm keeping it light with Jeff because you know what? Jeff seems like a cool guy. He seems like a rational Ohio State fan. I like to think of myself as a rational Michigan fan because you do run into some pretty crazy fans on both sides. Some pretty crazy fans. You could even say that about politics too. I don't want to go down that road here tonight, but you know what I'm talking about, right? There's a lot of people that are on one side or the other, and they're just like, rah, you know, battle cry, and it gets to like, whoa. If we can't see how Jim Harbaugh is a loser, I will agree that Jim Harbaugh is a loser. So you know what? You take that for what it's worth. That's coming from a Michigan guy. Just as the best side is no side. Right down the middle. Vibe says, I lived in Indiana all my life, but spent decades of summers in track. I got you. You know what, Kook? That is a very good place to be. If you're in the facts of the matter, who can debate? Who can debate a fact? That's what I like about you, Kook. That's what I like about you. You keep it real. You keep it 100, as the youth says these days. Michigan is coaching scandal. Dude, it's the Harbaugh effect, man. It's the Harbaugh. I hated Sharon Moore. With the hire of Sharon Moore, I was like, dude, we need to get just, even after year one, I was just like, get out of here. We need to find somebody else. It should have been Whittingham. It's hard to say this now because Harbaugh won the Natty, right? But it should have been Whittingham all along. And, you know, there were rumors that Michigan wanted Kyle Whittingham for a little while, and then they ended up getting Harbaugh. So I feel like if we had gone in an alternate universe, if we had gone with Kyle Whittingham, we probably would have been at least more respected, you know, versus whatever the Harbaugh crap was. I mean, I don't know, man. Sharon Moore was a Harbaugh guy. He was there when Harbaugh was there, right? So is it out of the question, you know, is it out of the realm of possibility that he's also a douchebag too? Cook says the only problem is that all facts are from a certain point of view. What point of view is that? Like gravity? Gravity's a fact. I think everybody would agree that if they fell out of that plane, they're going down. That's one point of view. War Thunder, you guys got college football rivalries? Me, I'm a Temple fan. John Weeks, Coot keeping it a buck. Sharon Moore crying was no fake. Not Suave Rico. Hey, yo, what's up? It hurts me Sharon Moore played at OU. Oh, yeah. It's hard, isn't it? When people at your school or at your team, your franchise, your sports teams, whatever you're rooting for, right? And then the people that are in charge, or the people, you know, the players, and they do stupid stuff, and it's in a way, it's kind of a reflection back on you as the fan, right? Or you as the student or the alum, right? The alumni. It's like, if you guys weren't ridiculous right now, if you just, especially Sharon Moore, just kept it in your pants, we wouldn't be here right now. All of Michigan wouldn't look bad. We already look bad. Thanks, Jimbo.
Hey! One ball, two strikes.
It's never too late to become an OSU fan. Dude, I was joking with my brother. That my brother and I are big Michigan guys anyway. But I was joking with him the other day, and I'm like, you know, the thing is, if I ever did it, I would be such a it would just be such a bandwagon move. It would just be a bandwagon move. But I would do it. I would do it on the I guess the angle in which I would do it would be, I'm so tired of being mediocre. I want better. I want better for my life.
Now batting, number 25.
Can't wait to play you all in the big house this year. Oh, yeah, that's right. That would make sense because we came to you guys. Dude, that game was... Oh, my God. I don't know if Underwood was, like, hurt or something, or they were trying to... You know how some teams, they, they like, really limit the play calling because they're like, we got to save our best stuff for the next week, you know? They try to go about things that way. But that game was so bad. Offensively for Michigan, they couldn't do a thing. They couldn't do a thing. The play calling was weak. The passing game was weak. It was literally like, it felt like I was watching high school football out there. Like some of the plays that they were drawing up. I'm like, yeah, this is not creative. This is not for spacing. Like I think there was one, who was it on the one play? I think there was a fumble or something that happened. Like they had two receivers in the same area. It was supposed to be like an RPO, like a screen, and then they had a guy coming in, and yeah, it was just got rocked because nobody blocked, right? It's like this is not. I don't even want to. He was a true freshman. Yeah, I get that, but especially when Bryce Underwood comes out in the papers before the season started and he says, "You ain't ever seen a freshman like me." It's like, dude, slow your roll. You're going up against the big time now. Chill out, because you're gonna get wrecked. You're not Joe Namath out here, okay? You're not calling your shots. Jeff says it's a free win every year and false hope for... Okay, yeah. I'm talking about Penn State, man. It feels bandwagon-y to support Penn State. I'm right there with you, War Thunder. Like if I ever decided to make the GG9 logo scarlet and red... What? Scarlet and silver. Darn. Scarlet, I had the S's mixed up. Scarlet and silver. If I ever did that, I would feel so dirty. I'd feel so dirty. But, you know, it might change the whole mentality of the channel. Make it scarlet and gray for... If it comes to that, I know you were under duress. I would call the cops. Honestly, though, like, wouldn't it kind of look a little sweet, though? Like, to change it from the maize and blue, white and silver, instead of all of that? What if we went to scarlet? What if we went to red? Took out the yellow. Took out the maize. I'm looking at that big sign right now that I got, the GG9. I wonder if it would change the mentality of the channel, I think. We would be completely in the winner's circle. Like, red is aggressive. It commands your attention. And it's in your face. Blue is just like, just kind of here, you know, I'm here, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm all right. Wow, look at this. San Diego's really putting on. Zuniga comes in. It's 5-0, 6-0. Might as well make it 7. That's definitely scoring another run. Yep, 7-0. 7-0, guys. I think that we are now in sim-out territory. Greg Rock. We're in sim-out territory right here. Actually, hold up. I'm going to do something funny here. Oop, we're in timing. Yeah. Pitch to me, mother trucker. Pitch to me. Oh. We're already in sim-out territory. I don't care. Look, just look at the venue. Like, we don't normally get to see this view. Wow, he almost beat that out. We don't normally get to see this view from the other side. We just swung and missed at that. Oh, God. The pitch speed, by the way, the settings here for the sliders. We got, let's see, where are we at? Where's the pitch speed? Yeah, fastball pitch speed all the way to the top. What's our difficulty level? Hall of Fame on each. Vibe says, I'm not mad at this. Yeah, this is a little tough here. We got to really wait for ours. Not going to get there, though. Not going to get there. We're not used to that by any means. Fastball pitch speed like that. All right, so we'll do some quick sims here. Get this thing done and over with. We got to take max locks out. We'll go with Bud Billings here. I know he sucks, but let's just get him some exposure. All right, 7-2 win. Gauchos will get a dub. Highway Cowboy. Beautiful stadium. San Diego does have a beautiful stadium. A very underrated stadium. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I think I'm gonna change for GGBL 26 if I can. I don't know if I even can. If it's CPU versus CPU, I don't know if I can change the angle of the camera. That would be kind of cool though. So we could at least see the stadium instead of the broadcast view is fine because then it's, you know, like you're literally watching the game, but still feel like you could get a better view more into the feel of the league if you can kind of get the what am I trying to say here? Well, as I'm working here, you just get the vibes, right? The more the vibes, the character of the stadium, the character of the team, that type of stuff. If you can actually see what's behind it, a lot of times you can't see it. All right, so game one of our slate tonight is done, and we're gonna actually go ahead and simulate this next one. I did put, nope, I did not put Cardenas. We want Madison to go here. Ooh, tough call. I would like to see Gatsby Grimm in gameplay. So I think I'm gonna go with Madison, and then they're gonna go with Trig Matthews on the other side, and I think Atlanta will probably go. They'll have to go Strizak in the next game. It'll be his turn through the rotation, but so we'll see what this one pans out. How that one pans out. We've got gameplay here for Vegas and Pittsburgh, but let's just go ahead and simulate this one and see what happens. And San Diego does get the win. Look at that. Trig Matthews gave up 2 in the first, 1 in the fourth, and then that's all she wrote. But Atlanta was stymied at offense. They couldn't do anything. Trig Matthews, 3 earned. Did get a quality start, 4 strikeouts. But Vandenboom had his number. Cornelius Kane is a beast. He had another home run. Oh, Rico, by the way, I did see your message. I just didn't get a chance to respond. But he did hit a home run in that last game for San Diego. So that he's up to 7. He's up to 7 home runs. Jimmy Madison was a boss, knocking that ERA down. I think he was upwards of 7. Now he's down to a 5.22. Only 1 earned across 7 innings. Yeah, that's a big win for them. So now up 3. Look, they're on a 3-game winning streak. San Diego might get there, guys. They might get there. They got 1 more win. That's all they need. It's going to be that's going to be such a great game to watch. Grimm against Strizak. But, of course, now we can't, even if I wanted to. If this was like a 2-1 series, I might consider simming it for Vegas and Pittsburgh. But because it's 3-0, You know, I don't want to get to a spot where, you know, Vegas advances in sim and then we don't get to see the celebration, right? That would be kind of sucky if we did that. All right, so who do we got? We got who's healthy. So it is a 3-0 series, so there's no need to throw Salsa or Deals or Valdez, your top guys. There's just no point. If you lose, you're done. If you win, you're still up against it. And for Pittsburgh, I think like Hal Richards, like they need him absolutely just to get in the win column to stay alive. But Rich Norman is fine as well. I think they might. Well, let's think about this actually. Let's think about this for real quick. So Hal Richards, I guess if you're the manager of Pittsburgh and you're thinking this logically, right? Hal Richards is like 80%, maybe 75%. If he goes here, he's got a day of rest here. And let's say that they get a win in both, right? It's now 3-2. You get an off day there. So 3-2, you get an off day there. So really you pitch here, you're off there, yeah, if you pitch him now and you hang on and you survive, like you would be ready for game 7. If you win here and you don't, if Rich Norman goes, he gets a win, and then you throw Richards III, he's only got 1-2 days rest. He wouldn't even be ready to go for game 7 even if you get there. So I think if you're Pittsburgh, I think this is your last chance. This is your last gasp effort. So I'm actually going to put Richards into this game right here. Richards III against Carmen Chacon. Chacon this. Okay. Oh, God. There's no need for that. I'm preparing for a San Diego and Las Vegas championship. That would be kind of cool, right? The two teams that they've had a really hard time getting there, they finally do in the final season of gameplay. That'd be fun. That would be fun. KJ San Diego getting the belts out. All right, we've seen enough of the blimp shot. Let's get it started.
Leading off for Las Vegas, the right fielder, number 4.
So remember when I was saying at the very beginning tonight, guys, I was like, what would really be nice is for San Diego to tie the series up, get us the sim to break the tie, and then we'll get one more game. Somebody's going to win in 6. It'll be a 4-2 series win on the NL side. And then this one, we're kind of rooting for Vegas, but I do want to give Pittsburgh a fair shot. I think it's only right to do that. It would be optimal for them to do that. So far, so good. Richards got 2 strikeouts. But yeah. Like if Vegas can just finish this one off and then we'll get a San Diego victory. We'll be rocking and rolling for a Season 10 Gold Series coming up. Oh, man, they got to pick the... Wow. Make the throw. Make the tag. 2-part play there. 3-part play, actually. Richards got to make a good throw to first. First baseman's got to make a good throw to second. Got to get the tag down. 3-part play. Trifecta. Good inning. And now Carmen Chacon is going to get a chance to clinch it for Vegas here. 32 starts during the year. A 4.01 ERA. But again, for... Context is key. This is such an offensive league. You know, a 4.01 is probably good to translate to like a 2.5. I'd probably say that. Be confident saying that.
Ball, that's up. Ball four.
Leading toward the hand. The left fielder, Ryan Smith.
Man, they're being they even had the pitch out too. Oh, wow, that was completely red. Douglas Jr. just getting absolutely gunned. KJ says, as an OKC fan, I can't root for Las Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you'll be happy to hear this or not, but KJ, Oklahoma City, the Cyclones are no more. They're one of the teams that are on the outs. But the good thing is that they're staying in Oklahoma City, but they just won't be the Cyclones anymore. Oh, by the way, so guys, I was talking to you about the roster in GGBL 26. So I think that's when Kane hit the home run. We need to talk about that. Wow, base hit down the line. Van's probably he's got two for sure. Unless Waylon Stacy can make a throw here. Nope. All right, little 2-out double here. We'll see if they knock him in. 2 strikes on Steven Arturo. Pop-up foul. So the cool thing that I'm going to try in 26 is that we're going to go with custom players in season 1. Those guys will be a part of the base roster, but it'll be all the major leaguers, all the minor leaguers, all the major leaguers. Nothing's going to change about the roster except for that I'm taking control of, editing some of the minor league prospects that are never going to make it. Those 40-something D potential guys on the base roster. I'll just take them over and we'll make custom players out of those. We'll live stream the initial draft, so it'll all be a fantasy draft. And that way it kind of resets the deck of the major leagues. So Judge, Ohtani, Harper, Trout, all those guys. Fried, Hunter Brown, James Wood. It'll be just cool to see kind of how the drafts shape up. Who's going to be new teammates? And how are the teams going to be built? That'll be the other thing too. Who's really got the best pitching staff? Who's got the best hitters? Who's more defensive? Who's more defensively built? And then that'll be the fun part too, because then we got the whole season to kind of figure that all out too. Gameplay, sim, what's the difference? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. 26 will be fun. And how are you swinging at that? Come on, Ariano, you're better than that. Well, they got to go take my college test. Oh, yeah. Come back when you can, Johnny. All good. Even if I don't see you, I just appreciate the support, man. As always. But I've been toying with the idea of kind of like what I did in 21. GGBL 21 over on my main channel. I did take control of one team, and then I was playing a lot of those games. I was kind of treating it like a franchise. But I think a lot of people kind of got turned off by that, and then that's why I dropped it.
Batting six.
Stop playing as the team. Just let it be a true sim. I feel like I'm going to take control of one team. And to make things interesting, I might have like a clock
2 balls, 2 strikes.
where I might get fired, or I might try to take my talents elsewhere as a GM, and make it kind of dynamic like that. How are we going to rebuild each team? And I only have a couple years to do it, type deal. So there's a couple itches getting scratched there with GGBL 26. One, you're getting the full-on custom league. You're getting custom players. You're getting a custom league with new teams, new locations, fantasy draft. You're getting all that. You're getting known players, known major leaguers. You'll get your Colson Montgomerys, your JJ Weatherholts, your prospects, right? Colt Emersons, Connor Griffins. Seeing how their careers are going to all pan out. That'll be fun. But then you'll get the custom player angle too, where you got the up-and-comer guys. And I think that's one of the issues with a custom roster like here on 23, is that nobody has any frame of reference on who anyone is. So if I was trying to tell you who Manuel Pryor was, are you even going to remember that? Probably not. Like, everybody's got lives, okay? Everybody's got to go to work, got to go to school, got to do their own thing. So, the fact that Manuel Pryor and Carmen Chacon comes out, like, you don't know who any of these people are. So, when you see that Shohei Ohtani is on the New York Pizzazz, there'll be kind of a little more frame of reference there on who just Shohei Ohtani. And then the other side of that on 26 is then you got the user control aspect of it, so that'll be an interesting angle. How am I going to do? How am I going to play against these other teams? How am I going to rebuild the team? Trades, free agency, all that stuff, right? How are we going to compete against the CPU and all this stuff? So then it's kind of like a one-team franchise, but it's... But then you've also got kind of like Road to the GM. Road to the Show, but GM mode. I was the manager of the Pizzazz, but now I'm the GM of the new Oklahoma City team in Season 5 or something like that, We'll kind of change it up a little bit. Highway Cowboy says, I'm looking forward to the draft. Yeah, it's like that's the tone setter right there. This is the draft. And honestly, the sooner that we can get GGBL 23 done, the harder I can go at getting 26 created. Because right now, a lot of it's just trying to capitalize on Twins views, trying to get Northwestern Dynasty for College Football 26 done, trying to get Rockies done, trying to get a good bunch of uploads. Sorry, not uploads, but recordings, batch recordings for that, and make sure I'm doing that series right. To have a conclusion for that. So it's been a little slow, but GGBL 26 has been a little slow, but we're going to get there. And then when it's ready, it'll be ready, and we'll be on it for another 4 years. Unless MLB The Show 27 comes out with something amazing in franchise mode that makes things easier. Or 28, 29. Who knows? We'll see. Keep the options open. Man, I was just looking at my work schedule. I got a slow work week. Nothing going on. Not very many meetings. I love that. Love that. For anybody else that's new to the chat, I did ask at the beginning, and I always like to know kind of what's going on in your world. But how are you guys' weekends? I think, Jeff, I didn't hear from you. Highway Cowboy, you just popped in. Rico. War Thunder. Chacon is really dealing right now. 5 strikeouts. He got 65 pitches, though. I know that with quick counts, pitch counts usually get high up there, but 65 in the third, that's a little high.
Leading off for the Goldglover. The second baseman.
Working a little hard.
That's the ball.
I think one, just to keep kind of that conversation going about 23 versus what 26 is going to do. I think one thing that really kind of bugged me about the way that I did 23. I'm trying to balance, like, I really appreciate all your guys' viewership, and I appreciate everything that you've done for this channel and, like, for this league, and especially to my patrons and my channel supporters. I'm trying to balance, like, because it's a monthly subscription type deal, you know? It's a monthly donation type deal. And I'm trying to balance, like, what the benefit or the perk of doing that. And it's like a double-edged sword, because on one end, you want to reward your people, right? You want to reward your people. So, like, if that's the angle to the custom player route, obviously you got a league to run too, so you can't have everybody be superstars, because then now you have a league full of superstars and no one gets to any playing time, right? And if you want good content, you can't be rushing through seasons, you know? You guys want to see how your players are performing and how their careers are shaping out, right? So it's this tough balance of, like, I want to keep rewarding you every month, you know, and I want to make sure you guys are getting your worth out of your support and your donation. But I don't want to skimp out on the season and the storylines and all that stuff, because I'm trying to rush in order to get to the next season where I can start making more of your custom players, you know? So it's just, I think that's one of the biggest things for me. Going into 26, I'm going to try to lock that down a little harder.
Leading off for Fortuna, the first baseman, Steven Arturo.
Like it'll be where, like, every other season we have custom players coming in. And it kind of sucks for the teams that are bad. You know, like, you got to be bad for 2 years in a row.
Now batting, number 21.
But it's like you have to have some, just like in real life, you know, even in, just look at the NFL. Some classes are stronger than others, you know.
Ball.
KJ Switch says weekend was good. I'm recovering from the head cold. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, you did say that.
The catcher, number 28.
Yeah, I hope you do, man. It's not fun. Never fun. Fourth inning. He's got another K. See if he dials up here a little. Nope. Slider.
2-2.
Almost. Pittsburgh just trying to survive, man. Down 3-0. Still got no offense to speak of. Carmen Chacon, his first outing of the postseason, and he's just slicing them up. How Richards keeping his guys in it for as long as he can. Pitch count's pretty healthy, too. 77. And that's exactly why you have to go with Richards. You gotta try to stay the course. Try to keep yourself in the series for as long as possible. He's definitely done that through 5 innings. 4 innings. Tap back to the mound. Lefty's got a turn. Fire. Got him. Barely. One step. Pittsburgh's only got 1 hit. Oof.
That's it, ball.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't even...
Ball. 3-1.
I didn't even see John's message there. He's talking about a GGFL. You know, it's funny. I thought about doing one. Maybe I should wait till John comes back. I'll just probably message him. But I did think, for anybody else who's interested, I did think about it, doing a little GGFL action in Madden with Team Builder and all that. I think that'd be so much fun, dude. Now that it's here. But the problem is, just like in college football, you can't control more than one team. So if you take control of one team, it's just that's the team that you focus on. That's the team that you follow. So it'd be really hard to make content on, I feel like you'd only get you can't watch CPU games.
2-2.
I guess the only way that you could do it would be, well, no, it's got to be an online franchise, and then you have to. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. You couldn't watch the Super Bowl. Can't watch the national championship game. You can't do any of that. You just have to base it off a sim. So if there's teams, if we ever did a GGFL, if there's ever teams that you guys would like to see, it would not be under my control. You know, it would be whoever was on my schedule, and it's like, man, dude, we never get to see the whoever, you know. Madden seems like a nightmare to try to do what we do here. I think it would be. I think it really would be. Dude, I have, and this is the second year that I've done it. I bought College Football 25 as the deluxe or whatever the edition was that bundled Madden. So I had Madden 25. I had it with the sole purpose and the intention of having Madden to be like, I'm gonna do a franchise series this year. I'm gonna do it. Never happened. Never happened. I did the team builder, the Pack 16 team builder dynasty thing with all the OGs, Dalton, Teaspoon, Keneal, all those guys, the channel legends, you know, channel supporter legends, the OGs, the OG crew, and it was just hard because I had to get, and Tom Crouchier, he was in there too, but they all picked a team. I picked my own team. It was Santa Fe State Roadrunners, and we had a good time. But it was hard because I had to take their video quality. They didn't have a lot of capture. They didn't have a capture card, you know. So it was like they had to do it through their console or like OBS in some roundabout way. Yeah. To get their gameplay, because that was the workaround. Like, I wanted them in the league so that the online dynasty league, so then we could still see their gameplay, and then I could cut it up in highlights, and then we could create the storylines. Because obviously, the game doesn't let you do it on your own. You can't control all these teams on your own, so you gotta get some exposure of the other teams. That's the whole allure of it, you know. It's the whole allure of a league, is you want to see the other teams involved, not just your team. But yeah, and Madden would be the same thing. But I did it again in 25 when I bought College Football 26 and I bundled it with Madden. I was like, I'm gonna make content for Madden. I'm gonna do a franchise series. Nope. Dude, that game is so convoluted with the coaching upgrades and dude, I spent like an entire hour looking at the grids and the pathways and the trees and the talent trees and all this for the coaching, and I'm just like, I'm so freaking lost. I feel like I'm doing calculus in a video game. +2 to play recognition for 3 weeks, and this, that, and this little tinker of this, and that, and this is offsetting on play action passes and all that, and I'm just like, I don't know what's optimal for me right here. I don't even know what's going on, and I never went back to it. I might have played. Well, I mean, I went live. I went live on my main channel. Like I played one game. It was Titans and Cam Ward against the Broncos, and I think we killed them. And that was just kind of just messing around, just for fun. I don't know. Maybe 27 will be better, but we say that about Madden all the time. KJ says the GGFL would be cool if Madden fixed that. Yep, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of guys that do it, like the RFL. The RFL is sweet. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of that. And, you know, if you're looking for a Madden league, like something like that, then the RFL is what you should check out. Relocation Football League. But I haven't checked them out in a couple months, but I feel like they just stick to like the creative teams, like the pre-built teams. There aren't any like team builder teams mixed in. I could be wrong. They might have switched it up. But yeah, they do a good job. They've been around for a little while, and you know, I'm definitely friends of those guys in that channel, and we've always had good conversations, and yeah, I highly recommend those guys. Vibe says now GGHL with the yeah, you mean like the XHL vibes? I would love to bring back the XHL. That was fun. I don't know if it was just because it was different, because I don't do a ton of hockey content. I wish that I could. I just look across like Seattle Kraken franchise, Chicago Blackhawks franchise, and just the NHL views, like they're just not really there. So there's not a lot of people like searching for that stuff. It's interesting. It's weird. Can't really place it. I'm like, why? But There might be, it might be because there's just not a lot of NHL creators out there. Maybe that's an untapped niche. Maybe I need to get in there. Oh, John's back. Johnny's back. I know nothing about hockey, but I love watching the XHL. Dude, it was fun. It was fun. I liked being able to, but again, EA limitations. We had to do it on season mode. We couldn't do it in a franchise. Like, you could still replace all the teams. Like, you could have your creative teams and stuff inside of a franchise. But you, again, just like in Madden or in college football, you would have to only focus on one team. You couldn't focus on every team. And the only time you'd ever see the other teams would be whenever you're playing them. And we're not going to play 82 games. You know, we're not going to play all 82 games. So you're not going to be able to see everybody. You'll see a lot more people in Sim than you'll ever see in gameplay. So that's why we had to do it in season mode, because again, I wanted to capture, I want you guys to see the creative teams.
Now batting, number 4.
But John says you could just click retire from league and create a new coach. For who? In college football? You know, people were telling me that. I remember having a lot of conversations in the comment section. People kept telling me that that's what I should do. Just retire the coach. Just retire the coach. But then I'm like, I don't remember what my reason for that was. I feel like there was something about that where, don't you lose all of your coaching upgrades when you do that? Don't you start from, or did they change that? Because I know in 25, they had some goofy stuff happening with that. Like, that was my big concern. You retire coaches, you come back.
1 and 2.
That's what I do for my team build for college football and Madden. Oh, dude, okay. Well, I got to try that then. Because if that's...
Now batting, number 21.
I might have to try that right now after we get off tonight. But I've only done it in 26, so they could have... Well, okay, all right. There was some reason, I don't remember what it was in 25, but I feel like I tested that out, but it was so long ago. I feel like I tested that out, and I was like, dude, this isn't going to work. I wish it did, but it's not going to work. There was a reason why I didn't do that. But, and then I didn't try it for 26 Dynasty, obviously. I just did a, real team, Northwestern. I didn't bring back the team builder aspect. Unfortunately, I think this main channel has gotten caught into a niche of, like, it's create a team only. That's not a terrible place to be, because it's so much more fun, I feel like, is just create a team, create a team, create a team. But then you do start running out of ideas. Like, you can only do so many. We're the expansion team, and we got nothing going for us. We've got 0 overall players, or there's just some twist to it. You can only do that so many times before it's like, well, it's not really interesting to me anymore. Or like a league, you can only do it so many times. Worst thing about it is not being able to custom catches. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that just because it messes with everything else. What a play, Scotty G.
Your attention, please.
But I recruited for all my team builders. Yeah, you can do that. You can cheese things up a lot. You know what? I got curious, and I was like, I wonder what would happen if you did Yeah, you can mess with the CPUs. Did you know that? For anybody that plays college football 26, did you know that you could do that? Okay, example. Say you're in a recruiting battle with, I don't know, Georgia. And one of your top recruits is like, they're, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. When I found it, I was like, oh my God. I'm not saving this file because that would be cheating. But yeah, you can literally. He says, yeah, drop them. So yeah, exactly. You create a new coach and you take over that team's coach. So you're Georgia now. You're Kirby Smart. And then basically when you take over the new coach, it resets all of the points, the recruiting hours or the points. I still call them points because I'm such an NCAA football 14 guy, you know. But the hours you're sending out to each recruit, that knocks them all off, and then it resets all the visits too. So let's say like you're in a top 3 situation, and your 5-star quarterback that you really want is attending Georgia this week. Well, once you take over Kirby Smart, once you take over Georgia, he's no longer visiting this week. There is no visit to give out anymore. So, yeah, I mean, and then you just sim ahead. And oh, look at that! Your team got the #1 quarterback in all the nation. And Georgia, who was lined up to go get him, somehow didn't. He had a visit scheduled. It's week 8. He had a visit scheduled, and now he doesn't. He pulled out from his visit. It's so bad. I'd always take every good coach and make him retire. Oh my God, John, you cheeser. I like the challenge though. Like sometimes I will literally, I accept defeat. I'll accept defeat. Like there's guys even in MLB The Show with its draft class logic, with its scouting logic. Like there's guys that you'll take and they'll be busts. The guys that your scouts got wrong. And you gotta take those defeats. That's what makes the storylines in franchise so good. So like if you're making content, of course that's. And I love it when you try to go that route where like you'll accept your defeat, you'll take your L, but then people on the other side like who are watching, they'll leave a dislike or they'll comment you suck or this that and the other. And it's like, man, you guys are like, those types of people are completely missing the point of the series. It's about the series. It's not about the skill of the user. It's about the story. It's about the series. Like you want to watch user gameplay, go watch Diamond Dynasty or something, or go watch Mutt or College Football Ultimate Team or something. Go watch that. If you want user gameplay. If you want franchise storylines in the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, the ebbs and flows, then yeah. It's about the journey. Pretty crazy ball game we got here. A 0-0 game. Bottom 8. Runner will be on the move here. Von St. Aud, the lefty. Oh, man. Ryan Smith. I guess, you know what? Too close to take. You got to swing it. Now what's he drawing up here? Looks like a slider. Looks like a slider grip right here. Maybe a 2-seam. Can't really tell here. We'll see. It is a sinker, and it's lined out to Waylon Stacey and left, and just like that, Pittsburgh will have another chance at the bottom. of the ninth, but it'll be up to Robert Hamby to go get number 5 hitter George Ariano, Conrad, and Stacy. Lefty, righty, lefty. So they like the lefty-lefty matchup here. 2 out of the 3 at-bats coming up are from the left-hand side. We got a sinker right on past Ariano, the former MVP winner from the LA Knights, and he strikes out here. Another tough sinker from Hamby. Now you got this guy to deal with. Derek Conrad, 5 bombs in the postseason. OPS over 1,000. It's not the worst thing in the world if you walk him. You want to be careful. Okay, it doesn't look like, I mean, they had 2 strikes on him, but now you set yourself up with that lefty-lefty matchup. It's not terrible, but I'd probably be sticking with the sinker. If Ariano couldn't handle your sinker, if you still think you got a good feel for it, I wouldn't dial up anything else. I'd be tossing that thing right here to Stacy. Get the ground out. Oh, we got a stolen bag. Okay, all right. So that's good. That's really good baseball right there. I like that. I like that from the CPU. Even with a lefty on the mound, the pickoff is easier. You know that he's got a good sinker. You can't really you don't want to ground out into a double play. And now they get the strikeout. So this back and forth right here too. I love it. I love it. But now you got that runner in scoring position, right? So now we have Pablo Almonte, who, by the way, hits lefties a lot better than righties. 82 contact, about the same amount of power. So man in scoring position. Almonte, ground ball. It's to Ryan Smith. And we're going to the bottom of the ninth. The fans are going wild. What's up here in the sky? Get that guy off the cameras. All right, 3, 4, 5 here for the Hammers. Just need one. Just need one. Keep your season alive. Interesting matchup right here. We got Jordan Van against Von St. Aud. Two players from the same creator. And this was somebody who, by the way, so Colton Canny, you guys know him, shortstop for Phoenix. So he helped out making a bunch of like additional prospects, but he really kind of made them super simple. So like St. Aud and Van, and no batting gloves. But good names, good names. It'll be funny to see who wins in this matchup here between those custom players. We got a dive by De La Cruz. We'll see if he gets the throw off. He does, and it's not in time. Jordan Van beats it out. Too much speed. All right, here we go. Arturo, 84 lefty, 86 power. Pretty decent vision, too, and the clutch is high. We'll see if Van is going to be off and running here. Don't get picked off. That'll be the worst thing right here. Get picked off. And Arturo likes to hit against lefties. You think it's going to be a homer? I kind of think he's going to walk him off. And I'm not on a delay. I think he's going to walk him off. He's feeling it now. He's going to get a fastball right here, too. Nope, it's the sinker again. He's got that sinker grip. Okay, 2-2. Arturo's got it, man. Look at, he's on it. Been fouling pitches off. He took that one like a champ. 2-2. Oh, the 50-50 call. I got it wrong. Arturo does not walk him off. And take a look. One more look. ABS. It's a strike. No ABS in that era. Definitely a 50-50 call right there. All right, 1-1. We got a runner on the move here. It's Van. Slides in. Safe. Interesting that they didn't want to go with Arturo in the box. But now they go with Zach Zumwalt. He's currently 0 for 3. I don't think Zumwalt has a hit in gameplay. Ooh, wow. He checked his swing. Oof. Does he have a hit? He's 2 for 11 with 1 RBI. 4 hits in the postseason. It'd be huge if you could come up with one right here, right now. It is a line drive back to Ariana. It couldn't have been any more to his left. Unbelievable. That scores Jordan Van. If that gets down, if that gets by Ariano, that's game over. We get a walk-off. But instead, it could be extras. That's a ground ball here to third. Branson's got this one. The throw to first is in time, and we will go to extra innings. Now, we do not have the extra inning rule on, as you guys know. GGBL is pretty standard in that. Pretty old school in that. You do have to earn it. Vibes, just realized what would be worse than Pittsburgh winning 4 straight. Pittsburgh winning them all in extra innings. Oh yeah, now that would be awful. Yeah. That would be pretty terrible. It's like, again, it's the double-edged sword. I would love for a good comeback story. I'm all about it. Good stretch by Arturo. Good stretch. I'm all about a good comeback story. But, you know, for the sake of the league and the sake of my sanity and everybody else's time, like, it'd be really good if Vegas could just, you know, win this one here. Taking care of business. Which, of course, Scott Gonzalez, he's a pro's pro. Double down the line. Now, hey, so that's the game. That's the show saying, that's giving it a little ha-ha. You know, na-na-na-boo-boo. Scott Gonzalez gets a base hit down the line. That's what the Zumwalt hit should have been. Here's a ground ball to third, and got the throw from Pryor. It's over. Over nice and clean, and the inning is over. So we will now go to the bottom of the 10th with 7, 8, and 9 coming up.
The second baseman,
Yeah, that's true vibes too. Last time seeing the league in this era, so I won't be that sad. Yeah. I do have to ask you guys, I'm very curious. And I know sometimes, like, when we stream late at night, I might not get a ton of feedback here, but I am curious. I always love your feedback. I like to know where you guys are at. Did you really like the idea of going the full custom, or would you have rather had, like, major leaguers mixed in here? I'm just curious. No wrong answer, really. Oh, we got a little bobble. Hutchins, you're gonna get there. Oh no, he's way too slow. Wow. The reason why I ask is because in 21 we had that little mix. We had players coming over from the major leagues. Like I think I had Shohei Ohtani on the Minnesota Jacks franchise, and he was like a 19 overall or something, just rotting away. And then I was like, yeah, Shohei Ohtani's coming over finally now. You know, he wasn't overtaken. He wasn't removed from the roster. That way I could keep him. He would still age. But then I'd up his stats all the way, like, when he would be able to come over. So we had, like, Acuna, Glasnow, all those guys that come over from the majors. It was kind of cool because then the GGBL was seen as like a startup league, and then these major leaguers could come over, But Shy Sox fan says full custom. John says I like major league custom like it was in MLB 21. I like full customized, but it'll turn into that after 10 seasons, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point too. So the faster that we go, even with the major leaguers and the true minor leaguers, the real minor leaguers, no matter how. Oh, we got something here. We got something. Fair ball. Fair ball. This game's over. Pittsburgh gets a win. They survive. Wow. Oh my God. That should have been a lot. That should have been a lot. Should have been done a lot earlier. Manuel Pryor. I mean, dude, how slow are you? Jeez. Jethro Douglas Jr. comes through. Wow. Good line drive base hit right there. But, I mean, off the bat, I mean, you're running, and then it's down the line. He might not have gotten the read. I don't know. He might not have gotten the read or the word that it was fair. Let's see. Where was he? Oh, he was at first base. My bad. I thought he was at second. So, yeah, I give him a little bit more credit here. Oh, and you know what? He was on the run. He was moving, too. He was stealing. So, you know what? Yeah, he was pretty slow. He's pretty slow. I mean, he's not really at second base, right? He's not even halfway there yet, even on a steal attempt. So, he was going no matter what. But here's what's concerning. He doesn't even look over to his third base coach. Pryor was just like, yeah, I'm going. It could have been a fly ball. It could have been foul, but here comes Pryor. Oh, my goodness. What is his time? What is his time? Ready? Second base touched. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 4 seconds. And then we got 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. Okay, so 4 seconds of base. Okay. Manuel Pryor. All right. He wasn't stopping. He had his head down. He was full of steam. He's going. All right, so another walk-off. I go back to this one here. Game 1, walk-off, bottom of 13th. This one here, bottom of 9th, walk-off. Walk-off, 3-run home run for Atlanta to win it. And then this one, 4-3. Walk-off in the bottom of the 10th. And then no walk-off here, but then another walk-off. These games have all come down to the wire. Okay. So, yeah, next game is going to be this one here. This is all that's on the schedule. We got Serrato against Ferreira. And so it paid off. It paid off for Pittsburgh. They went with Richards. He gave them 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, shut him down. No walks either. So, yeah. So what they're going to have to do here, they're going to have to go with Tawn. You have to go with Tawn Roberts. Yeah. Yep. Tawn Roberts here for this one. Then a day off. Then they're going to go Strongman. They might even go Rich Norman because Strongman was not effective. Rich Norman's going to have to pull out a Rick Porcello or something. You know, you got Scherzer, Verlander, Price. You got those big guys, and then you got Porcello, you know. He's going to have to pull that out. Rich Norman. I don't think Strongman's going to start this game. But that's, of course, if you get a win here, right? So now if you're Vegas, what do you do here if you're Vegas? You just started, who was it? Yeah, Chacon, who was amazing. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, that wasn't good enough. Do you give Serrato a chance? see where they're at. Yeah, you have to. You have to. You get Salsa, Deals, Valdez. I guess in this situation right here, though, you get Salsa. Maybe you go Deals, actually. Because if you lose this game, right? If you lose this game, you then have a day off. And then it'll be 3 games to 2. And then you have a decision to make if you want Salsa for game 5, because he'll be ready to go, or you can get Valdez for game 5. No, sorry, game 6. You get Salsa for game 6 or Valdez for game 6, and then if, one of them loses, then you've got the other one for game 7. So Vegas is in a pretty good spot. They're in a pretty good situation. But I guess the point being is why you wouldn't go Serrato is because then you only have 2 games left and 3 starters who you can rely on. So I think you got to go kick Steals right here. I think you got to let him start. Yep. You go kick Steals here on the 16th. You got a day off. Then you got a choice if you want to go Salsa or Valdez. So let's just play this out. If Salsa loses, he's your best guy. And if he still loses, you lose here with kicks Deals, you lose here with Salsa. Then you got Valdez in game 7. And if you lose then, I guess you deserved it. So I mean, you've got all the cards. You've got all the cards. I think that's probably the play. Yep. That is definitely the play here. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Forrest Gump core. Okay. Casual fans are more likely to watch players they know. True. I forgot Deals isn't on Vancouver anymore. Yep. All right, so we got a 3-1 series. We got Roberts against Deals, and again, the longer that this series goes, I still think it favors Vegas. I mean, obviously, 3-0 favors Vegas. 3-1 still favors Vegas, but I say that meaning just looking at what Pittsburgh has left to give, their fans in the rotation. Ton Roberts is no slouch. 17-9. I mean, he's been pretty good his whole career. He's got a career ERA of 3.58. So he's been pretty good. But then when you start getting into strongman, Rich Norman, like that's where it kind of falls apart. Like they got a two-headed monster here with Richards and Roberts. But after that, you're really hoping. You're hoping and praying. I mean, at this stage, they might even try an opener. Just get them across 2 to 3 innings or something, right? All right, let's get into this one here. I don't even know how long that last game took, but half an hour. Half an hour puts us at midnight. We'll see if we can get a conclusion here with Vegas winning. But then we'll get Atlanta, San Diego. We'll finish off with that one. I'm going to try to power through as much as I can. But if Atlanta wins Game 6, you got a 3-3 series now. Game 7, San Diego, Atlanta. And quite honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to push through. I think what we'll have to do is we'll either go live Monday, or I'll try to do Wednesday. And then we'll get Gold Series action going on Friday. Either way, I don't want to push these game 7s or anything. Like, I mean, you could still have this Vegas Pittsburgh game 7. You could still have it. But yeah, I don't want to push any of this to Friday. I would love to either get it figured out tonight or do it on Wednesday night. No, I said Monday, but I think I should probably use Monday for like a maintenance day, if anything. Get some Twins stuff recorded, get some Twin stuff edited. You know the drill. So, you know the drill. But okay, yeah, I mean, I appreciate that feedback, guys. Talking about full customs. Highway Cowboy says full custom, but I would downsize the amount of real life players. Real life players and add them to the custom. Jeremiah, what's up, man? That been a minute. My bad. Hopefully you're still around. Rico says, it was cool going full custom, but I think it would make the league more popular having the players. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, looks like I did read the casual fans are more likely to watch. Exactly. And that's unfortunate, but, you know, the more nerding out that you get, I'm talking about me. The more nerding out that I could get by getting a full-on custom league, and then I know every player and every, you know. That's where it gets real niche. Real fast. The fantasy hockey team think we're in the championship round. It's been like a 3-week final. I'm up by 9, which is not a lot. He's out of moves, which benefits me greatly. Yeah, boy. Only 3 days left to go. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that's it. And I got 3 moves left, mother trucker. I played my cards right. I'm just gonna stream. I'm gonna spam. Jeff says, "Is this best of 7?" Yep. Best of 7. Vibes, yeah, we nerding out. I call sports nerding out this sicko behavior, which I do. I mean, yeah, kind of, really, truly. It's, you know what it is? You know how, like, well, oh, we're going to get a great play here. Look at this. Oh, Dugan too quick. The base hit here. Look at that. Brody Bush. We got rounding second. Oh, no. Calming it down here. We're already in the top of the second. I didn't realize that. Game's going quick. It's funny because sports nerding out is for the jocks. Oh, no. You got to get there, Taun. Go there first. Oh, close play. Should have been 2. Should have been a double play, but Arturo bobbled it. And now I got Smudge. Mr. Smudge Murphy. Yeah. It's like the jocks form of nerding out, where like the nerdy of the nerds, you know, they'll all be about, you know, math and science and, you know, computers and no slight, because you know what, the older you get, those are the type of things that you make fun of in middle school, you know. Here we got a 3-run shot for Ariana. Hey, Vegas could finally be putting the nail in the coffin here. Of course, the MVP, former MVP, coming through like that. That's what you need. Yeah. The older you get, the more that stuff doesn't matter. But my point is, those guys will nerd out about that. And for all the people who play sports and who might be the jocks, they nerd out about lifting and weights and being smart about that and being smart about sports and stats and all this, you know. It's just funny. We all have our stuff that we nerd out on. Sorry about that, gents. I had my door shut, and my dog, I could hear him at the door. Let me in. Hey, buddy. Yeah, sicko behavior. For 26, you should add that big warehouse right along the outfield wall. I did it in 25, and it was so satisfying to see tanks getting hit off the warehouse. You mean like a Western Metal Supply Company thing, like in San Diego? It's not a bad start there. Arturo kind of trying to make up for it. It's funny how this game, like the AI will work. Like, you know, you hear the old Stadium, the saying. I was reading Jeff's comment while saying that. You hear the saying of errors and walks will kill you. Well, it's like this sim is taking that to the extreme. Arturo bobbles it. Should have been 2. They got 1. So it's like, yeah, we got to win there. But then Ariana comes up and hits a 3-run jack. So it's like really... really stung him, you know? Jeff says no, like the long warehouse that goes along like all of left or right.
Batting fifth, the catcher,
Talking about the Tigers? Talking about like in Comerica Park? Or Baltimore?
That's 3.
batting seventh, the second baseman, that's it.
Vegas does. No, oh, it's a fictional people warehouse, kind of like Baltimore. Oh, yeah. Yep, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, it's like, it's not, well, you know what, actually, I think it is, I feel like they have one, like, brown warehouse, but, it is Baltimore's. They took that one, and they put it as a prop. I don't even remember, but that was back in 23. So I don't know if they still have it for 26. They probably do. How much do they truly update this stuff, you know? Oh man, that's really unlucky. You got to fly out in foul territory. That sucks.
Leading off for the Goldglover.
That sucks. All right, Tom Roberts back out there. 3-0 game. Top of the third. 1-2-3 coming up. Pittsburgh just trying to survive. Of course, we gave him a little bit of life. Could be a base hit. Yep, base hit. And, you know, even though it's a elimination game here for Pittsburgh, if we do get into sim-out territory, I got to follow the rules, man. I got to follow the rules. Sim-out territory, I think we said it was 5 runs. 5 runs after the third. So, if we're rooting for a quick night tonight, we're rooting for Vegas right here. Oh, you know what's funny, Jeff, is I think it was back in the 98? I feel like 98 with Boston. It might have been 97. They've done 2 AL teams in a row. Either way, there was a home run derby out in Baltimore back in the 90s, and Ken Griffey Jr. He hit one through a window. It's like, you know, it brought back every kid, you know, every kid's memory of breaking their neighbor's window playing home run derby, you know. He broke one off the window in that warehouse. I think it was Griffey. All right, I'm going to actually turn this mic on mute, and I will be right back. It looks like Mr. Wrigley, he's got to go outside, so I'll be right back. Little guy can't handle it, man. He's got to go. Be right back.
Now batting, number 22. Now batting, the right fielder, Brody Bush.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Leading off for the Hammers, the shortstop, number 4. Now batting, number 9. designated hitter, Jordan Berger.
All right, we're back. We're back. Vibe says Pittsburgh's coming back. Ooh, possibly. A little cutter going the other way. You know, Kicks Deals does have... He's got some blow-up potential. That's what I like to call it. There's times where it's...
Nope, I'll do. 2-1.
There's times where the talent level doesn't really reach the production. That's Kicks Deals sometimes. There it is. All right, final out. All right, end of the third inning. We'll see if Vegas can get something back started up again. Vibes. Kicks Deals has Tim Lincecum. I don't know if it's... No, that's not Tim. Is Jethro Douglas going to make this play? Holy. I'd love to see the Google StatCast. No, not going to get it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure the route efficiency on that was 100% because that is an incredible play in the outfield.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Jeff, not logged into GGBL on mobile. Dude, you know what? You know what? I should ask AI to make me an app. Make a GGBL app so people can follow along with some stuff. That'd be funny. Jeff says MLB needs to fix so much stuff with their stadium creator, outer bulb. Yep, 100%. Add team branding to. Dude, tell me about it. It's so bland. Like, you know, this stadium, of course, is one of the stadiums that's already pre-built, obviously. Minor league stadium. But yeah, custom stadiums, you can barely do anything. The fact that they even have it is something too. Like they heard the community. We need a stadium creator. They need to be more like MVP 05, and as much as like that's a lot of people's, it's like a taboo thing. You know, everybody hates EA. And if you're San Diego Studios, you're like, we don't really want to strive to be EA. We don't want to be MVP. We want to be the show. But that's some of the things that made MVP so great was almost a little, in some ways, the simplicity of it, you know? That's a lot of speed from Zach Zumwalt. Wow, there you go. Okay, Vibes, you were on it, buddy. You're on it. You're just an inning. You're just an inning short, but you were on it. You knew that Pittsburgh was coming back. You knew they had some fight left in them. Look at Deals, man. Nobody out. 2 hits. Yikes. Oh my goodness, right off the bat. Yeah, that's the only play. Only play.
Now batting, number 33.
You know what? I should stream MVP 05 one day. I really should. I'm sure you guys have played it, but it's just the simplicity of it. I think they just did everything. They just did everything right. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, obviously the animation's very arcadey. It's not realistic. But you know, they didn't try to be a sim baseball game. It was very arcade feel. But, you know, for the time in 2005, it was as realistic, quote-unquote, realistic as much as it could be. So Pryor's going to get a base hit here. We're due for a home run, says Vibes. Jeff says there's an upcoming sports games in competition. I agree with that 100%. Upcoming Japanese baseball game on Steam that's free. Looks pretty. Yeah, you know what? I did download it. I didn't get into the online play or anything, but you could even technically create another league in there. It's hard to do though. It takes a lot of time, and you know everybody does look Asian. All your creative players. So if you wanted to make a GGBL, you really couldn't do it. You know. Oh, I made the Oklahoma City Cyclones, and I got this guy named Joe Smith. But he's Asian. It's like, no, probably not. Doesn't make sense. But if you can see past it, then it's still an option for you. Oh, what a play! Scott Gonzalez, dude, this is why this guy's a gamer. Look at him. He just made a Jose Iglesias, Dansby Swanson, Javi Baez play at second base. Oh my God. What was the situation there? Runner at third, runner at first. Okay, so if that ball gets down, run scores, everybody moves up a base, 90 feet. It's 3-2 at that point. It's 3-2, but Scott Gonzalez saves a run. Wow. I think it's called Pro Spirits. It's called Pro Spirits.
The center fielder, number 16, Derek Conrad.
Jeff says, I'd play that nonstop if I could do franchise. Yep, it would be Pete Custom. Yeah, unfortunately. Like, all I could see was like if I'm remembering right, it was like a season mode or something. It could be wrong. Exhibition. I think it was exhibition, actually. I'm going to that. All right, KJ. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. This will be here if you get interested. You want to skip all the way to the end, see what happens. But it's a marathon night. It's a marathon night for sure. Hoping that we can get... Wow, and there's Scott Gonzalez again. Let's see. Is this one going over? Is it gone? Oh, it's off the... No! Zach Zumwalt can't handle it. Is it a run scored? Nope. It's a triple. Scott AG with a triple. So he robs someone from a run, and he's on the verge of creating a run here if De La Cruz can come through the base hit. Nope. No, sir. Robert gets him. It's the battle. The little battle here. All right, so Deal's day is done. He only goes 4 innings. Bottom of the 5th will be George Triolo. Yeah, KJ, if you ever come back and you want to skip to the end, see what all we went through, feel free, man. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support, and I hope your allergies or your cold gets better. Jeff says the show needs more alternate minor league. The show just needs a lot more stuff in general. Like, let's be honest. let's be honest. We need international free agency. That's a big thing that is needed. Of course, you mentioned it. Like we need just more details with stadiums. 100%. Interesting little tidbit here. The switch pitcher for St. Louis. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I think it's Cliente. I'm probably butchering that. I haven't done enough research. But yeah, he's a switch pitcher. Can throw from the left and the right-hand side. They have it in the game. Okay? It's coded in the game for him to be a switch pitcher.
Number 22. Steven.
But if you were to create a pitcher, you couldn't do it. Like, they've, like, locked the option for just him. And even if, like, in your draft, if that ever came up, I don't think there's switch pitchers in the draft either. You know? Like, I mean, obviously, they're super rare. You don't want that type of thing to get out of hand completely. But, you know, I am always of the thought that if you're a game developer, you should always give the players the power to do what they want with your game. I mean, what are we? We're paying $60, $70, $80, sometimes $100 for these games that are going to be out for a year. Let us have the keys, man. Let us have the keys. That's an amazing play. De La Cruz in the outfield grass diving. Look at that. Great play. Great play.
Your attention, please.
Let's see. Disc Goat. On Road to the Show, can you play as a pitcher who also bats as well? Good question. I don't think so. Like a two-way player, I don't think so. I'm trying to think of how that would even work. Because like once you're the pitcher, it almost treats like in Road to the Show like they're all critical situations, right? Or like player lock. So if you're a pitcher, the CPU, I don't know if they're smart enough to like give you the opportunity to DH and to hit. So if you're never given the opportunity, you couldn't build on your stats. Or if you were able to like spend some upgrades or stuff to your batting attributes, would the CPU what's the trigger number? Is it 50 contact? Is it like 30 contact? Like when do they finally say, oh yeah, you're capable of hitting, so we'll let you hit? You know? So I don't think so. I haven't tried it, but that'd be my bet. Jeff says out of the park baseball for the win. Ooh, yeah. Well, I got something planned for GGBL with out of the park, as a couple people know. So Jeff, if you're all about OOTP, it's on its way for 26 for GGBL 26. Been toying around with some things in there. Yeah, it'll be fun. I got a lot of cool stuff planned for this one. You can guess if you want. Yep, see, Coop knows. Jeff says GGBL OOTP variant. Yeah. Not quite. Not quite. You know, when I was talking to Kook about it, I was like, because out of the park baseball you can do so many things, like you literally have the keys to everything, the GGBL would probably be better suited for OOTP, you would think. But at the end of the day, we want the gameplay. We don't want just a bunch of sim. We want gameplay, and that's where the show is kind of the deal breaker. It's tough. It's really, really tough. Really tough call. Because it fits completely. Like, what we want to do with GGBL, it would fit completely with OOTP. Everything. It's a league, right? You want to run your league. It'd be so much fun. But obviously, you can't really see, the jerseys, the logos, the branding. You can't see any of that. It's just very. Yeah, I mean, you could get a game in, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. Coop says that's what makes the show very infuriating. It's the only MLB baseball game played on the market. Yep. Exactly.
Leading
You know, the
off
2K games weren't
the catcher,
they weren't that bad, but I think
Take your base.
obviously that game died because it just couldn't compete with the show as far as like presentation and graphics are concerned. It just couldn't do it. But I felt like the gameplay was fun. The broadcast was great. I mean, Gary Thorne was awesome. Loved Gary Thorne. But yeah, I think that's what did it in was
3 balls. Strike.
2K just, it felt like, that's really hard to say because, you know, it was out in like, wasn't it like 2K8, like 2K11, I think, wasn't 2K13 the last one in the series? It just felt like a mobile game. I don't know. And that's hard to say because now, you know, saying that now, yeah, it did play like a mobile game. Felt like RBI baseball or something. You know, like they could have done better. You got NBA 2K, which is people love that. Yep, at least it was an option. Yep, you had 2 different options. Oh, base hit. Thing with Pittsburgh in this game, they cannot, like they had one runner at third. It was Pryor, right? They had runners in the corners, and Scott Gonzalez makes that incredible play. They just haven't gotten a lot going here. Gotten 8 hits, but they just can't seem to move those runners from first and second. Some tough times here. Little 1-2. Ooh, good take. Got him. Right down the middle. Right down the middle at 93. Come on, man. Yeah, I'd be upset too. You whiff on that, I would be mad too. All right, top 7th we go. That's a base hit down the line. It's going to be into the bullpen. Hey, watch out, catcher. Watch out, catcher. Oh, no. Oh, no. Triple? No. Double. Left fielder probably got thrown off. It's like, what? Didn't hit your cleat. Didn't hit your cup. Good pitch from Minor to get Scott Gonzalez. Now we got NDLC. Remember, 5 runs. 5-run spread after the third. It's so long in between from our streams, I forget what our rule is here, but I believe it's 5 runs. It's got to be 5 runs after the third because we used to do it in like Play 3 Sim 3. So now that spread's going to be 4 runs. De La Cruz with an RBI double. 5-1. This series is over, says Jeff. Yeah, I think it is. We had the one game that Pittsburgh showed a little life, which was fine, but yeah, it looks like this one's all she wrote there. De La Cruz gonna wait. Line drive, you freeze. You gotta wait. Dugan comes through the base hit. We'll see what happens here. Again, if they score, 5-run lead past the third, we do sim out. Pittsburgh gets that lead back down under 5, then we head back into gameplay. got him.
The bat, the left fielder,
I don't either.
faces.
I don't either, Vibes. I don't either. How did this team beat Phoenix? Phoenix? No clue. Phoenix just... I couldn't believe that happened. They fumbled it, man. Colton Cannon for a trip to the ALCS. Overthrow. Unbelievable. 2-2 got him. All right, so Hamby shuts it down a little bit. They do gain an extra run there. 5-1. This game loves to tease us, too, doesn't it?
The left fielder, Ryan Smith.
Nope. On the corner. Ooh, good little stab there by Mark Hand. Good hands from Mark Hand.
Now back, the designated hitter, Jordan Van.
Ooh, deep drive. Conrad giving chase, looking up. Oh! In the shadows. That's tough. Seemed like the light was running out. Man, Jordan Vance had a good postseason, but couldn't get that one out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Wow, how do you? I just don't know how you take that. I don't know how you take that one. All right, Basil Heller. What a name. I would love to know how many Gen Zers that there are named Basil. Probably count them on one hand.
Oh, Clarissa, what did you name your baby boy? Oh, his name's Basil.
Yeah, no. No offense to anybody named Basil. I'm just saying, it's not popular anymore. It's not a popular name. Unless, of course, you know what? He could be British. That's what he is. He's British. I'm going to look him up after this. All right. Basil Heller gets Ariano to K. I am going to look this up now. I'm curious. Oh, it does not going to. Okay. Not going to tell us the location, of course. So many hits back up the middle. It's been like all series. We've had the last 2 games.
2-1.
Last 2 games in this series specifically. A lot of hits back up the middle. Dude, what is this, okay? Listen to this. To Doug. All right, email, right? 11:52 at night. IGGM official cooperation. MLB The Show 26. Hello. I hope you're doing well. This is Sam from IGGM team. I would like to discuss potential collaboration opportunities with you. We're currently looking for creators to collaborate on promoting MLB The Show 26 items.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
And we think your content could be a great fit for this campaign. Except there's one problem. I don't do Diamond Dynasty. So it's
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the right fielder.
I don't know anything about this stuff. Like if you guys, okay, I guess give me your feedback here. Do you even use any of this stuff? Like, do you even know what this stuff is? MLB 26 stubs, free giveaways. Like, there's just this website that you earn. It's like a marketplace for stubs. I don't even. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And yeah. I'm just saying, I wouldn't even if I did play Diamond Dynasty, I wouldn't even consider it. Tweaks is in order to use the stuff I'd need to gain first, and I have to have a game. Well, either way, I just when I see that stuff, I wish that it was more of an official like collaboration, because sometimes I get excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, the channel's finally noticed. Somebody wants to collaborate with me. And it's just for stubs or whatever. Well, Pittsburgh can't score here in the 8th. Now we go top 9, Vegas. Gotta tack on some insurance. Another ground ball here to good. The 4th. Throw back over first. So in this situation, we're just gonna give Pittsburgh the last at bat anyway. So even if it was sim-out territory, we're going to give them the last at-bat. It's crazy things could happen. I would collaborate, but I lack many things, such as talent, notoriety, audience, the want, and many other things. Oh my God. Well, I hear you there, because I lack on talent, notoriety, but I feel like I have the audience and the want. So I got 2 things. The talent is not there though. Talent, notoriety, no notoriety. But the audience and the want. You guys are a good audience. You know what? I might not even say I have the want, because there's times that, if you have the want, then nothing's really going to stop you. But there are times, I'll be real, there are times where it's like, man, the views aren't there, man. Gotta lay low. Don't kill yourself for 500 views. Don't kill yourself. That's probably going to be flagged. The YouTube algorithm. The YouTube bots will flag that comment right there. Don't overwork yourself or don't stress about 500 views. Just take your time. Take your time getting that video posted.
Now batting, number 9.
All right, 1 down. 1 more strike to get on Douglas Jr. short. De La Cruz got him. 1 out left. So Pittsburgh, thank you very much. Y'all wasted a half hour of our lives. Oh, hey, what? Base hit in the gap. Uh-oh. Ryan Smith with a 2-out double. They've got hope. Even if he hit a 2-run homer, it's still 5-3. That's what they're going to do, isn't it? A little 2-run bomb. It'll be 5-3. And then they'll just pop out in foul ground or something. And yeah, it's like, why do we have to go through all that? Ground ball to third. Lit Branson. Good play in between Hop. And, oh, he scoops it. Ariano scoops it. Finishes it. Finishes the play. Terrible end of game call. But we're out. We're out of here. We're done. And I'm exhausted. It's 12:30 at night. Congratulations to the Vegas Nuggets. They finally did it. And you know what? They didn't have Phoenix to worry about. If this was Phoenix and Vegas, you knew what was going to happen, right? Vegas was not going to get there. They weren't going to get it done. Phoenix has their number. Just like Phoenix has Michigan's number. So pretty hilarious to just see that dynamic play out here in this season 10. Vegas finally got something to work their way and go down that path where they didn't have to face off against Phoenix. And they got it done, man. So this is the first Gold Series championship appearance for the Nuggets in our series of GGBL 23. And I would actually have to go look in the Discord to see what the history was for Vegas. Just to see if they've ever made it there. And I don't think that they ever had in our lore, if you will. Let me go to the pin comments here and just see. Let's go to the pins. Sure, I got it there. Yep, here we go. All right. Okay. The Nuggets have made it one time to the Gold Series back in 2008. 2008. Bold signifies a Gold Series championship. So they made it one time and they won it once. So 2008, it was the Nuggets versus the Blue Sox. So a little lore for you all. Nuggets and Blue Sox. And that's actually a pinned comment from back in March 2nd of 2024 at 2:11 in the morning. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was creating lore for the GGBL. Oh my God. Well, guys, 12:30. 12:30 now. I would love to do San Diego, Atlanta here tonight. I think I'm going to back out for tonight because I'm also playing the odds that if Atlanta, if they win in this one, then we're going live for one game. You know? We're going to go live for one game on Wednesday or Monday. And that just seems like kind of I don't know. It's a little bit of a buzzkill, you know? The potential of having two games in a stream kind of makes me feel like that works. You know, that we potentially could have two games that we had like an hour-long stream, especially with quick counts. But to just stream one game, let's say Atlanta wins in this. If I did it right now, if Atlanta wins, it's Game 7. And what? I'm going to go live on Monday for half an hour? Like, I don't know. Just doesn't seem kind of worth it. So we will leave everybody on the edge. Fortunately, if Pittsburgh doesn't win that last game on a walk-off and give everybody hope that maybe they'll come back. If they don't do that, I think we get a finale there in the NLCS, but not tonight. Not tonight. I'm bouncing words and phrases, and it's just I'm not doing the stream any justice by being tired. So I will see you guys in the next one. I will feel it out. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I'm going to do it tomorrow night. I'm going to say probably not. I'm probably going to be focused on other content stuff tomorrow and be working through editing and things like that. Kind of want to use that day for that. And then Wednesday, for sure. Wednesday I think I'm leaning towards Wednesday. But if I get the urge to just get it done on Monday, I just got to see how I feel. So put it in your back pocket. It could be Monday, but I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But if not Monday, it will for sure be Wednesday. Wednesday stream. And we'll get the 2 games done, Atlanta, San Diego. We might only even do 1 game. But it's the potential, it's the idea of having potentially 2 games that kind of makes that work, I feel like. So leave a like if you like this thing, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. We have in that next one, which we can go ahead and sim now, we have in that one a Gatsby Grimm Riker Strizek matchup. That's going to be a good one, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this game some justice. Make sure my commentary is good. Make sure we're actually commentating the game versus just talking about nothing. Because you got 2 really good custom pitching prospects there. I can't even say prospects. Just 2 custom pitchers going at it. And in that Game 7, we're going to get another tough pitching matchup too. I'm sure of it. But yeah, guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on, again, Monday or Wednesday. I'll let you know either way. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.